Hello everyone, welcome back to Retold. I'm your host, Terrence Andrews, also known as Legendary. Today's myth we will be covering is the Painted Skin, a Chinese horror story. Long ago, in ancient China, an academic from Taoyuan, which was the then capital city, only known by his surname Yang, was walking down the street, head deep in meditation and thoughts of scholarly debate, when he stumbles upon a homeless girl. And he picks her up and goes, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "Oh, master, I am nothing more than a nobleman's ill-treated concubine. See how he beats me." And she shows him her wrist. Wang looks at her wrist, and then he looks at her face and goes, "Oh crap, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." So he picks her up. He's like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you stay in my study temporarily. Don't tell anyone. That way your master can't find you. I won't get in trouble with my wife. It'll be fine." And she goes, "Oh, thank you. You are too kind. Buddha bless you." So he takes her home, and one thing led to another, which led to several more things, which somehow led to them having a 3-month affair. Now, at this point, his wife notices that Wang is gone all the time. She's like, "Hey, listen, I don't know what's going on, but you need to choose between your family and whatever you're hiding from me." And Wang's like, "Hey, chill. I'm not hiding nothing from you. You need to relax. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go back to my study for long hours for no real reason. Don't bother me." Now, Chen, the wife, is not stupid. So she follows him, and she discovers the affair. She's heartbroken, and she goes home weeping because she loves her husband. Meanwhile, Wang is walking towards the apartment, and a Taoist priest stops him and goes, "My son, your soul is in grave danger. You have been possessed by an evil spirit." And Wang's like, "No, I haven't. Now, if you'll excuse me, my mysterious mistress that I know nothing about is waiting for me." So he goes, and he gets to his study, and he notices it's locked. So he peeks in through the window, and oh, that's not good. Yeah, it turns out the pretty mysterious concubine, yeah, her face is taken off, and there's a giant green face ghoul with jagged teeth like a saw painting on a human-like mask, and he's like, "Oh, that's her. I've been sleeping with a giant monster for the last 3 months. Oh god, I'm gonna die." So Wang returns to the Taoist priest, and he's like, "Oh, priest, you have to help me. This thing is going to kill me. Oh my god, I'm going to die. And the priest goes, "Relax, my son. I will give you one favor. This charm, it will repel the demon. She will be cast out and powerless against you." And Wang does this, so he goes back to the studio. He hangs up the charm. But because he had honest feelings for her, it renders all the energy of the charm ineffective. And the demon, looking at this, goes, "Did you just try to banish me? If I say no, will you still be mad?" In response, she rips out his heart. Chen eventually comes to the apartment, finds Wang dead, weeps, returns to the Taoist priest, and goes, "Oh, well, I tried to do this the peaceful way, now I do it the painful way." So they track down the demon, which has eventually transformed once again, and is now a male worker working at Wang's brother's warehouse. And the demon looks at them and goes, "What? How did you find me?" And the Taoist priest goes, "I'm a Taoist priest. Sensing demons is my job. It is literally my job. Now come here, catch these hands." And they fight, having this massive battle that ends with the demon transforming into its true form, only for the Taoist priest to behead her with a wooden sword. I kid you not, it was a wooden sword. Then he takes the head and the body, turns them into smoke, and seals them in a calabash, which is this gourd-like storing device. And then he looks at Chen and goes, "So, look, I'm not strong enough as a Taoist priest to bring your husband back from the dead, but I know a guy who is. He's a great and powerful mystic." So he gives her directions, and Chen finds the person he specified, but the guy just seems to be a madman, a lunatic beggar on the street. But she follows his advice, and she calmly listens to the madman rant as he cusses and screams at her with such filthy language that I cannot repeat it. Like, these are words that the English language doesn't have a direct translation for, but trust me, it's like if the B word and the C word had an offensive baby. And then he spits on her, like with this bloody phlegm, and she accidentally swallows it, which is the grossest thing ever. Then he leaves, and Chen's just feeling deeply ashamed and unhappy because this guy just cussed her out and she doesn't even have her husband back. But it all works out because during the funeral preparations, the phlegm this mad priest spit on her hardens and rises from Chen's stomach. She spits it out, and it becomes a throbbing heart, which she places in Wang's chest. And slowly, his life is restored as it begins to beat. And Wang wakes up from the coffin and goes, "Huh? Huh? What? Was I just dead for the last 2 weeks?" Yes, you were. So what have we learned? Don't sleep with mysterious women I meet on the street. No, don't sleep with women who aren't your wife. I can make no promises, Chen. And that is the story of the Painted Skin, a Chinese horror story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you next time. And also remember, I have my own book out now on Amazon, The 21st Century Guide to Mythology. See you next time.